Hi, Rich.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Thanks for coming in today and talking to our criminal justice students.
Oh, you're
Please
very
tell
welcome.
me your name and the name of your company and kind of what you do.
Okay, my name is Richard Zabek. I'm the Chief of Police for the Village of Oriskany Police Department, and I am the administrator of the police department, so I'm the boss.
Great. We all we all need those bosses, and I heard you're a great boss.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit for the students what they would need to be successful to work for you.
Well, they would need a high school graduation, and they would also need to complete a Phase 1 academy, which is given through the colleges. It'd be either through MVCC, Casnovi has a program, and I think HCCC also has a program. So they would need to complete that on their own and get a Phase 1 certificate, and then they can apply to our agency.
And with a phase one, what would they be able to do? And then what are the next phases?
Okay, the Phase 1 academy is kind of it's a class, just like the BOCES criminal justice class,
Okay.
but it's a little more in depth. And upon completion, you get a certification, and that allows you get like half of your certifications done, and that's to be done on your own, and you don't get paid for it. You do it on your own, and then once you complete a Phase 1 certification, then you would get hired by a police agency, hopefully, because you're marketable at that point.
Okay.
And then you would the agency would then pay you and send you to Phase 2. And a Phase 2 program would be a little more in depth, like with firearms and things like that, and you'd be actually working for the agency as a police officer.
Okay. So with those phases, there's probably some different salary ranges.
Yes, Phase 1, obviously, there's no pay with that because you're providing that on your own. You would have to pay for that course on your own, out of your own pocket. And then Phase 1, you probably, in our department, you would make minimum wage until you got your certification.
Okay. And so obviously, once I go through the phases, there's lots of room for growth within the department.
Well, we're a very small department. We only, including myself, we're all part-time. So it gives you a starting point and an opportunity to grow and then learn the job, and then you can, of course, move on to a larger agency, which may work into a full-time position.
Okay. Does your agency check students or people's employees' social media accounts?
Yes, that's a real important part of the screening process. It's something that it disqualifies a lot of applicants. My recommendation would be not to have an account in any social media, at least till after you're hired, because people say things on there.
Yeah.
You know, it's very emotional, and sometimes you'll speak and say things that you shouldn't, and that would sometimes prevent you from getting hired somewhere.
Okay. So if I wanted to work for you, I've cleaned off my social media account. Where would I look? Do you go through Indeed or LinkedIn or anything?
Our department doesn't. Normally, what we would do is have you contact us or contact me and set up a meeting after you have your Phase 1. So once you graduated from your Phase 1 academy, you'd contact me, bring a resume, and have an informal meeting with me at first.
Okay.
And then I'd go over the resume with you and let you know if there's any openings, and we'd go forward at that point.
And once I started working with you, obviously you have uniforms. Does the police department pay for those uniforms, or am I required to purchase all that stuff on my own?
We would provide you 100% with all the equipment. You would have to basically provide nothing. We pay for everything at first, and then we also have a clothing allowance in our department that every year you get to buy whatever you want for clothing,
Okay.
an item or a new uniform or just the upkeep. Some guys have even bought equipment with it, and that's fine.
So as far as weapons and everything, that is also taken care of, or do I purchase my own?
No, the department would issue one.
Okay. Great. Well, those are my questions. We went by really, really fast. So just tell me maybe a little bit about how you started and maybe something inspirational for our kids so that they can move forward and in these crazy times that we have right now.
Okay. The way I started was a little different because I started 25 years ago. And at that point, I went to a full time academy and I paid my own way. They used to allow you to do that. You'd pay your own way, you get your police academy. And I was certified as a full time police officer. Then I had to go out and look for a job.
Yeah.
But they since then stopped that because they don't want you paying for your whole entire thing. So they come up with this phase one and phase two. And the phase one actually allows the PD to save some money because you invest in a part of the learning process and the certification, and the department pays for the other half. So it's kind of a win-win situation. But that's how I started. I went to a full-time academy, paid my own way, and then I got hired. I just went out there and applied for all the agencies in Oneida County, and I got hired by actually two, which was Oriskany and Whitestown.
Oh, okay.
So, because they do allow you to work different some agencies do. Some of the larger agencies like Rome PD, the Sheriff's Department, the State Police, they won't let you work anywhere else. You have to get approval from them to have another part-time job. Even if you're like working at a pizza shop, you still have to get authorization to do that. But our police agencies, some of the smaller ones, the guys work two different jobs, so they'll work one full-time job and then part-time for another. So
Nice. Well, thank you very, very much for your time and coming in and talking to our students the virtual way.
okay,
Have a good day.
okay, you too. You're very welcome. Thank you, and good luck.